past 48 hours has been absolutely insane. Whether you're a fan of the Los Angeles Lakers, Russell Westbrook, the Houston Rockets, the Washington Wizards, the Ball family, or even Scottie Pippen, I suppose. There's been absolutely no shortage of transactions over the past 24 hours is pretty much what I'm trying to get at. So do me a favor. This is within 20 minutes of me waking up. I literally woke up at like 4:45 in the morning. I'm on 4 hours of sleep right now. It's been crazy. I don't know how I was able to get this bomb, but it was a pretty big bomb. So instead of going back to sleep, I'm making this video. Just do your boy a favor. Slap a like on this video for the YouTube algorithm. Consider subscribing and turning on my notifications, because no one is ever going to grind harder for you guys than I am. And I think it's painfully clear given the circumstances over here. We're dropping a brand new career simulation today, by the way. We were able to finally get it up. It takes a very long time to upload these bad boys because they're shot in 4K because it's a PlayStation 5. It's going to be on my TheFlightMike TV channel. I'm sure you guys are going to absolutely enjoy it. I'm going to leave a link in the end screen of this video, and be on the lookout because we have a piece coming out on the Los Angeles Clippers later on today. Now that we got all of that out of the way, cue the intro. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? Guys, yesterday LeBron James signed a contract extension for 2 more years, when in reality it was actually a 1+1, I believe, for a 2-year max pretty much. And at the moment that happened, I said that it was only going to be a matter of time before the Los Angeles Lakers were going to be able to ink Anthony Davis to a deal. Now, if you remember a couple weeks ago, I told you that the question wasn't if, but rather when and how Anthony Davis was going to be re-signed to the Los Angeles Lakers. And what I mean by that is Rob Pelinka put forward multiple different types of contracts in front of Anthony Davis to potentially re-sign him to a long-term deal. And it seems like Anthony Davis made up his mind in terms of what type of deal he was going to sign. Now, originally it was rumored that he was going to take his time before choosing what type of deal he's going to sign, and he was going to really wait as long as he could to see how the Giannis Antetokounmpo saga was going to play out, because there was a rumor that the Lakers were trying to potentially pursue Giannis Antetokounmpo, and a way that they could do that is if LeBron James and Anthony Davis both took pay cuts in order to bring Giannis to LA. But with LeBron James signing the contract that he did yesterday, I guess we could put all of that to rest now, because there's absolutely no way that the Lakers would be able to bring Giannis Antetokounmpo to LA without Anthony Davis taking a significant pay cut. But you see, we could officially put those to bed because we got news from Adrian Wojnarowski today that All-NBA forward Anthony Davis is finalizing a 5-year, $190 million maximum contract to stay with the Los Angeles Lakers. This comes from Clutch Sports CEO Rich Paul. The deal includes an early termination option prior to the 5th season in the 2024 to 2025 season, and the deal could be signed as soon as today. Bear in mind, there's going to be an interview later on that Anthony Davis is probably going to give from Lakers training camp, so we'll probably find a little bit more information on the subject later on today. In terms of how I feel about this, I feel like as a Laker fan, if you remember, I told you yesterday, or was it the day before yesterday, that even though I'm a Laker fan and even though I want them to succeed, I don't want Giannis Antetokounmpo on the Lakers. I just don't think that's good for what's going on in the NBA right now. Last year, we probably had one of the best potential seasons in a very long time because the league seemed significantly more even than usual. You had James Harden and Russell Westbrook, well, not anymore, but last year you did. You had Michael Conley going to the Utah Jazz. You had Kawhi Leonard and Paul George joining the Los Angeles Clippers, and a lot of people forget that Kawhi Leonard could have potentially joined the Lakers as well and formed a big three, but instead he opted to sign with the Clippers and form his own legacy there. And I think that's something that should be appreciated. And I feel like now that the Lakers signed Anthony Davis and LeBron James to max deals, which I do believe they were trying to get Giannis Antetokounmpo before, but maybe they got word about something, or maybe they thought it was a little unlikely. Maybe they felt like Giannis is a little bit more likely to stay with Milwaukee. Then they might as well shift their focus to retaining Anthony Davis for as long as they possibly could. This is a beautiful deal if you're a Laker fan and if you're Anthony Davis, and I'll tell you why. If you watch a lot of Laker games, I remember last year not even last year, a couple months ago during the NBA playoffs, I would tweet this out fairly often. Anthony Davis would always have these little injury scares. Laker Nation would hold their breath for about like a few minutes, and then Anthony Davis will come back. As much as I hate to say this because I love Anthony Davis, I love his game, the one thing that terrifies any fan of Anthony Davis is how in any moment it seems like he could sustain a career-altering injury. And with this deal, he gets long-term stability, whether he has a completely life-changing injury or not. This takes him all the way to his age 32 season, which should be the end of his actual prime with the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, I'm not saying that he's not going to be productive at the age of 32, but I'm saying that from the age of 27 to 32, we could agree that'll be the end of AD's prime. This should also be past when LeBron James potentially retires from the NBA as well. So a lot of things are going to be different by then. This is actually the deal I expected Anthony Davis to sign with the Lakers. I didn't really think of him as a player that would do 1+1 deals. It really doesn't fit him. It doesn't suit him, nor does it give him what he would need going forward in his career. In terms of Giannis, what do I expect him to do? At this point, I feel like the Lakers have some inside information, especially given how Giannis's brother Kostas is on the Lakers as well. There had to have been some type of info coming out to cause LeBron James of all people to say, hey, sign me to this max extension now. I don't think there's a chance that we could get Giannis. They don't even have flexibility for next offseason to potentially bring free agents in. This is it. There's no other maximum free agents coming to the Los Angeles Lakers. You could finally write it off. It's just going to be LeBron and AD. Maybe they're able to get a bunch of other good pieces to surround them, but that's about it. If a star wants to join the Los Angeles Lakers at this point, they're going to have to take a fairly significant pay cut. Now, that's not to say that there's not ever going to be a chance for the Los Angeles Lakers to get themselves some more help. You know, you have Chris Paul, whose player option is going to probably end after this year. He's never going to opt out of a $44 million deal. But by then, he's going to be 37 years old. So you're probably going to get him on like a 1-year veteran minimum, which I do expect him to go to the Lakers in a year or two, but I don't expect him to be the same version of himself by then. But hey, he's proven us wrong before. But for now, Laker fans should rejoice because it's been about 10 years since they've had multiple stars that they could root for, and now they have LeBron James and Anthony Davis, a fantastic core moving forward no matter what. So let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about this deal? Aside from that, I'm your boy, TheFlightMike, and I'm going to go back to sleep, and I'll catch you guys in a couple of hours. I'll catch y'all later.